This is a short video to help you understand the principles of adding integers and the principles of subtracting integers. First of all, the principles for adding integers are the sum of two negative integers is negative, the sum of two positive integers is positive, the sum of a negative and a positive can be a positive or negative, the sum has the sign of the number that is farther from 0. So I'm just going to show you how that works and give you a couple of examples. So if we have a positive and you want to use two-sided counters, you would have to have, so it says 11 positive, so I need 11 positive yellow counters, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it says I need to add 7 positive. I'm going to add 7 more. All right, so now I have 11 plus 7 positive, so that would give me 18 positive. My answer would be positive 18. Or if I wanted to do that on my number line, unfortunately, my number line here isn't long enough, but I would start at 11, and I would add 7 more positive, so I would go in that direction, and I would still end up with positive 18. That is your normal one. All right, a negative plus a negative. What do I do here? So I'm going to use my two-sided counters. Remember, one of our principles was that a negative plus a negative equals another negative. So I'm going to do 10 negatives. And I'm going to add 4 more negatives. So altogether, you can see that all I have is negative counters. So my answer, therefore, is going to be negative 14. And if we do that on the number line, I have negative 10. And if I need to add negative 4, that means I need to go 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, in the negative direction. Okay, remember this is going in the negative direction. That one is going in the positive direction. Okay, positive plus a negative. So I have 6 positive. So I'm going to put 6 yellow counters. Now I want to put 12 red counters because I'm adding negative 12. Remember, one yellow counter and one red counter create a 0 pair, which means it cancels itself out. So I have a red and a yellow here, which makes 0. I have a red and a yellow here, which makes 0. A red and a yellow here that makes 0. A red and a yellow here that makes 0. Another one and another one. So remember, all of these here, they are all 0. So what do I have left? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they are red. So I have negative 6 as my answer. On the number line, because I'm starting with positive 6 here, and I am adding negative 12, that means I need to go negative or 12 units to the negative side, or to the left. So I'm going to go over 12 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So my answer here is negative 6. And one of our principles was, if you add a positive and a negative, the sign of your answer will be the same as the one that is farther away from 0. And we know that negative 12 is farther away from 0 than positive 6. Okay, and negative plus a positive, so I switched the signs around. So now I'm starting off with negative 6. And I have positive 12. to make 0 pairs. So a negative and a positive makes a 0 pair. So remember, all of these, again, make 0. And what do I have left? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. They are yellow, so I know that it is positive 5. Now on the number line, if I start at negative 6, and I need to add positive 12, because it's a positive 12, I'm going to go 12 units in the positive direction. So I'm going to move over 12 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. And that brings me to, oh, I must have counted wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's the problem. I forgot, I did not put enough yellow counters, so our answer is, sorry about that, positive 6. And again, positive 6. All right? Principles for subtracting integers. So to subtract an integer, you can add its opposite. To subtract an integer, you can use the 0 principle that we already talked about in adding integers to add enough 0 pairs in order to complete the question. And thirdly, to subtract an integer, you can use a number line to figure out what needs to be added to the subtrahend, which is the second number in the question, to get to the minuend, which is the first number in the question. Okay? So if I have negative 5, take away positive 4, this here is the subtrahend, and this here is the minuend. So I'm just going to give you some examples. First of all, for the first principle here, to subtract an integer, you can add its opposite. So if I have positive 7 take away negative 3, I can change that to say positive 7 plus positive 3. And why does that work? Well, let's just check. So if I have positive 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I need to take away negative 3, which obviously I cannot do. So I'm going to use one of my other strategies, which is to add enough 0 pairs in order to be able to take away that negative 3. So I need 3 negatives here, so I'm going to add 3 0 pairs. All right, now I'm going to take away those negatives, 2, 3. So now I notice I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So positive 10 is my answer. Now I know that 7 plus 3 equals positive 10. So it works. Remember, when you are changing the sign, if you change the calculation to the opposite, you must change the second number to its opposite. So if it's a positive number, it has to change to a negative. If it is a negative number, it must change to a positive. So adding a positive or taking a positive away from a positive. So if I have 7, obviously I have all positives here. I'm taking away 4 positives, so I can take them away. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm left with positive 3. Now our third principle was that I can use the number line. So I need to find my minuend and my subtrahend. So my minuend is here. My subtrahend is here. So remember, I need to start at my subtrahend and see how many units do I need to add to it in order to get to my minuend. So if I'm adding to it, I'm going to count my units. I'm going 1, 2, 3. I know I need 3 units. Now, do I need 3 positive units or 3 negative units? Because I'm, again, talking about adding, and because I'm going in the positive direction, I added 3 positive units. So my answer is positive 3. Next example, a negative take away a positive. So if I have negative 5, and I want to take away positive 4, I have no positives here to take away. So I need to add some positives. So because I have no positives at all, I know I need to add at least 4 zero pairs. So I'm going to do that first. So there are my 4 zero pairs. Okay, that's all. So now I can take away my 4 positives. I drag them over here. And what do I have left? I only have negatives left. So I have 9 negatives left, so my answer is -9. Now if I try that on the number line, remember I need to find both of my numbers, the minuend and the subtrahend. So the minuend is here, the subtrahend is here. Okay, and remember we're starting from our subtrahend, our second number, to see how much do I need to add to my second number in order to get to my first number. So I'm going to count my units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know I went 9 units in the left direction, so I know that is -9. Now I flipped the question around to see how that would change things. All right, so I'm starting with -4 here. I'm going to put a line down here so we know that's a different question. Now I need to take away +5. Again, I don't have any positives. So now I need to add 5 negative pairs. Or 0 pairs, sorry. All right. Here I'm taking away the positives again. So again, I'm taking that away. I'm just going to drag them down here. And again, I'm left with all negatives. Okay? So in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I still have -9. All right, a negative subtracting a negative. So I'm going to start with 5 negative counters. I need to take away 8 negative counters. So I already have some negative counters. So I know the difference between 5 and 8 is 3, so I only need to add 3 more 0 pairs in order to get my 3 more negative counters. Okay, so now I have my 8, so now I'm going to take away all of those 8. So what I'm left with is +3. On the number line, I'm going to find my minuend and my subtrahend. So this is my minuend here. This is my subtrahend here. So remember, I am going from my subtrahend to, what do I need to add to my subtrahend to get to my minuend? I need to go 1, 2, 3 units to the right. So if I'm going 3 units to the right, it is +3.